Greetings, good citizens. Slaz, welcome back to Fright Club. Now, I know what I'm about to cover isn't horror at all, but I just gotta walk out. I just walked out of Black Adam, just finished seeing it. Want to give you my 2 cents. And, it's especially how to put it. Like, it's not a hideous movie. It's a fun way to spend 2+ hours with brainless action and stuff, but it's not. How gotta put this? It's not. Speaking as a comic book fan, especially a Black Adam fan, it doesn't really hit with the character, in my personal opinion. Like, The Rock does great as The Rock. I mean, he's just. That's what he's rock superpowers in this movie. But the only character that felt like they should really is Dr. Fate. You know, whereas the guy who played Hawkman and the chick who like all the JSA, they did the role well as how it was written, but they didn't feel like the characters. Like Adam Smasher is a big dork for some reason. They turned I think her name's Twister. Forgive me on this one. I'm never really good with names, but they turn her into Shuri from Black Panther. Basically, only now she has wind powers. Hawkman's Hawkman. Like, he was pretty good. But again, just felt off to me. Whereas Dr. Fate, I thought, was really well done. It's just. And also for me, it had what, for Marvel, I would call Guardians of the Galaxy disease. But for this movie, this is DC, I'll call it Shazam disease. What I mean is, there's a quip every 5 seconds. It's just, even the serious bits at times have quips in there. And I'm just, no, Black Adam isn't quippy. Black Adam doesn't tell puns. He doesn't care about catchphrases or whatever. He's the protector of Kahndaq. That's what he is. And he's a bad mofo, but he doesn't make jokes. None of the characters should make jokes. Like, Hawkman isn't a quippy dude either, but everyone has quips and one-liners, and I don't know, it felt like watching a Marvel movie, which to me I don't want to do when I watch a DC movie. I want something different, and this was just, they crunch way too much information in this movie, like way too much stuff. Like, there's way too much about Black Adam. They have introduced the Justice Society of America, which I liked, but it was just like the JSA were answering to Waller, which no, that would not happen. And don't give me the can't be just like the comic. Shut up. I don't want it to be exactly the comics, but just, a little bit would be nice. And they have basically two versions of vibranium in this movie. One is Nith metal, which I was expecting, since that's basically vibranium in the DC comics. But then they came up with Eternium or whatever, and I'm like, oh, it's a second one, great. They kind of sort of turned Kahndaq into Wakanda a little bit, but then it got colonized or whatever. And then they kept saying stuff like, no other superhero came into contact to rescue them. I'm like, no. There's a whole League of Justice that would come in and stop that. And also the best part was Hawkman all, heroes don't kill. And I'm like, did you not watch the rest of the DC universe? Because Superman did. Superman is responsible basically for the destruction of Metropolis. Batman's a serial killer. That's two right there. And I don't see anyone giving Superman or Batman shit. Oh, Wonder Woman kills people too. So like, no, that doesn't stick. And I know I'm talking a lot, but the plot is essentially about Black Adam. Black Adam wakes up, like, you see his past. He shows up in present day, kicks a lot of butt. The bad guys and the good guys are after this crown of Sabbac. And you know, one guy wants to wear it so he can, bring back the ruling kingdom, become king of Kahndaq, blah, and wackiness ensues. The JSA goes to stop Black Adam, and they want him to power down so they can, basically put him in prison. And I'm really doing basic because, again, if you want to see it, see it. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. You'll never hear me say it's a bad movie. That's not a fun movie. But as a superhero movie, it's right? It's not mind blowing. It doesn't add anything new. It's just, it's a typical superhero movie, which disappointed me because I was really hoping for a lot for Black Adam. Loved the character. Was really looking forward to a big screen adaptation of him. And The Rock, I was like, all right, that's decent casting. Not who I would have cast. Granted, the guy I would have cast is probably too old now. I definitely would have cast Arnold Vosloo because he friggin' looks like Black Adam. Just bulk him up a bit. And also, here's a question. I'm probably going to get canceled for this, but who the fudge cares? I know that, if you took a character that was of color and made him white, that's whitewashing, whatever, and there's cultural appropriation, all that stuff too, but what is it when you take, and I'm not talking about the race swap of Atom Smasher or Twister Lady, and again, Twister Lady, because I can't remember her name. I couldn't remember her name in the comics, so forgive me. And also, I'll talk about the race swap of Hawkman and Black Adam. I'm sure people are like, what do you mean race swap? They're not white. No, I know they're not white. But in the comic, they're both Egyptian. So why aren't people complaining about that? Like, Hawkman's from Egypt. And so is Black Adam. I mean, they couldn't even cast like a Mid-Eastern cat to get close. I mean, I don't know. Why is no one complaining about that? Everyone complains about every other friggin' change whenever crap happens. Why is there no complaint about that? Or is it going to be, well, them being Egyptian isn't important. They don't have to be Egyptian. That's not important to their origin. And I'm sitting there, yeah, it is. That's their character. I mean, they're both from Egypt, for Christ's sakes. Atom Smasher doesn't have to be, nor Twister Lady need to be white. And by the way, Twister Lady, the chick who played her was really good. I really did like her. Atom Smasher, not so much, only because they made him a doof. Which, why? And yes, there is a cameo in the post-credit sequence, which I really wish wasn't spoiled for me. And I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. Granted, I will say, if you don't know what it is, you've been living in under a rock somewhere, or you don't have the internet, because crap, it was spoiled for me like a day after the movie came out. I really wish it wasn't. Like, granted, it made me go, okay. But at the same time, I'll say the same thing. This character would have no association with Waller whatsoever. I don't care. No, it would not happen. And also get back. We spend way too much time with this kid who's annoying as balls. Just on a skateboard, he's saying a bunch of crap. He's trying to teach Black Adam how to be a modern superhero. And I'm like, oh God, someone kill this kid, please. Someone put him in front of the door at the beginning of Halloween Ends, please. Doesn't happen, unfortunately. It would have been great if it did. But I will say this again: if you want to see it, if you're interested in seeing it, go check it out. Like, I'm not going to say don't do it, because people. I mean, granted, according to Rotten Tomatoes, people really enjoy this movie. So if you want to go see it, fucking go see it. But that is it. I am going to get home. I'm going to prepare for the live stream that's happening at 6 p.m. tonight. Maybe a little 6 p.m. Eastern time anyway. Maybe a little late, but it's going to happen. So I hope to see you all there. Catch you all on the flip side.